Is Eubank-Benn the greatest boxing rivalry in British history? In this video, I'll be looking at their epic first encounter back in 1990. Stay tuned. Welcome to Joe's Jab, a channel for all things boxing. Today, I'd like to discuss the rivalry between Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn. They were complete opposites in terms of personalities and fighting styles. Nigel Benn was a no-nonsense former British soldier and had an aggressive, fan-friendly, come-forward style, whilst his opponent Chris Eubank was an eccentric, arrogant, Marmite-like character that you either loved or hated, but was a very skillful and talented boxer. At the time of their first fight, Nigel Benn, known as the Dark Destroyer, was 26 years old and far more experienced of the two. Benn was the reigning and defending WBO middleweight champion of the world. He had 28 fights to his name, and 25 of those wins came by a knockout. His sole defeat was no disgrace either, against the talented Michael Watson, and Benn had good wins on his record, such as against Iran Barkley and Doug DeWitt. Eubank, on the other hand, was unbeaten with 24 wins and 14 of those wins inside the distance, but he was stepping up in levels by facing Benn. Eubank had been calling out Benn throughout 1990 and was very disparaging of Benn's boxing skill set and suggested that he was the more intelligent and superior fighter. The talking had enraged Benn, and he wanted to shut Chris Eubank up, bring him down to earth and make him eat his words. The build-up was arguably as good as the fight itself. Their contract signing for the fight was an event in its own right. It was aired live on national television and it was an intense affair. Sat together, but Eubank chose not to face Benn, claiming Nigel was intolerable. Benn, on the other hand, stated that he hated Eubank and claimed that Chris Eubank was all hype and had not fought anyone of any meaning at all, whilst Eubank stepped back saying Benn was just a great puncher but not a great boxer, and that he would be too skillful for the Dark Destroyer and would give him a boxing lesson. This tense and heated verbal exchange continued at the press conference, and this all helped to build the story of dislike between the two men and hyped up the fight for the public. The fight was then billed Who's Fooling Who. The fight took place on Sunday the 18th of November 1990 at the National Exhibition Centre in the city of Birmingham, England. Many saw the fight being a contest between the fighter Benn marching forward, with Eubank trying to outbox his opponent on the outside. However, it was far from this. Benn came out firing as was expected, but interestingly, Eubank started fast too and caught Benn with some good solid right hands and started the contest very well. The second round saw Benn find his range and deliver hard shots, but Eubank took them all well and came back firing, landing a strong left hand followed by a right that buzzed Benn and forced him backwards to the ropes. Eubank went in for the stoppage and Benn had to use his experience to block up, tuck up, and then tried to fight back off the ropes. Although he had some success, Eubank was landing the better and more hurtful shots during these exchanges before the bell rang to end the second round. The third round saw back and forth action between the pair, with Eubank landing good uppercuts and Benn answering with big right hooks. It turned into a hard grueling battle. The fourth saw great action once more, with Eubank landing a right hand which again had Benn on wobbly legs and forced to retreat to the ropes. Eubank then started unleashing combinations, forcing Benn to defend. Benn's left eye was beginning to swell up at this point and started to close. However, Benn fought back and caught Eubank with a big uppercut which severely damaged his tongue and saw blood coming from the challenger's mouth. The fifth round was a quieter round in comparison with the previous four. Fewer shots landed, but Benn hit Eubank with a good straight right hand, and Eubank also caught Benn with a few good counter punches and appeared to try and take advantage of the swelling eye of Nigel Benn. Both exchanged decent jabs in this round too. The sixth round saw Benn land consistently to the body to try and slow Chris Eubank down. Eubank would have the occasional success on the outside, but Benn's bodywork was seeing him start to take control of the action. The seventh started well for Benn, and he continued where he left off in the sixth by landing good body punches. However, Chris Eubank came back near the end of the round by hitting Benn with a good left-right combination, which again forced Benn to the ropes and saw Eubank firing combinations that Benn had to defend. At the end of the round, the Dark Destroyer's left eye was almost entirely closed. Round 8 saw Nigel Benn knock down Chris Eubank by landing a good right hand to the side of Chris Eubank's head. Eubank instantly got up, claiming that he had slipped, but referee Richard Steele ruled it as a legitimate knockdown. This was the correct call. The ninth and final round saw Benn hunting down Eubank once more, but Chris caught him with a big right hand that rocked Benn to his core, and he looked really badly hurt. Benn tried to hold and survive, but moments later Eubank hit Benn with another hard shot, and the Dark Destroyer went to the ropes again. Eubank went in to finish the fight and started throwing combinations which forced the referee to intervene and stop the contest. Chris Eubank had just become the new WBO middleweight champion of the world. So who was fooling who in the end? I would argue no one. Both fighters gave it their all in a hard-fought, grueling and entertaining encounter. The fight lived up to the hype, and it cemented them as British boxing legends. It also led to a second fight which captured the public's imagination. It was held at Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United Football Club, and it saw them become British icons. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe, and until next time, have a great day and God bless, my friends.